Parents of kids who survived bullies, how did your kid survive? My 16-year-old son Henry was the kid who was considered a genius at video games and coding. He was pretty well respected at his school, until Billy showed up mid-year. Billy was the type of kid who needed a victim. He zeroed in on Henry thinking my son's thin frame made him the perfect victim. At first it was small stuff like stealing his seat during the computer lab, knocking down Henry's textbooks, making fun of the video games he played, and spreading rumors that Henry cheated during the coding competition. My husband and I told Henry to ignore Billy, that he wasn't worth Henry's time. But Billy took Henry's ignoring him like it was a challenge. Billy started to harass my son online. Billy would hack into Henry's gaming accounts, post fake screenshots of Henry cheating and getting Henry banned. Billy also hacked into Henry's email and sent all of Henry's friends emails detailing how much Henry disliked them to the point where they wouldn't talk to Henry anymore. Every day it got worse. Billy would email teachers spreading rumors of Henry's supposed cheating during tests. We kept telling Henry to write things down, to keep track and tell a trusted adult at school, but everyone thought Henry was making things up. It was really Henry's word against Billy's. 2 months later, Billy had moved into Henry's social media pages. He hacked those and posted rumors about other classmates pretending to be Henry. He then followed Henry on Snapchat and constantly humiliated him on his posts. Billy would also constantly mock Henry's coding skills or purposely mess with his codes. Henry's friends left him completely at that point. Henry got banned from a coding meet because Billy told the advisor that Henry lied about breaking a specific part of the code that cost the team. After a couple more months, Billy's harassment became physical. Billy would wait for Henry outside of school pretending to just wanting to talk, but would trap Henry between himself and a wall. Billy would constantly put his hands on Henry's shoulder like he owned him. Billy would crowd Henry in the hallways, push him into lockers, and trip him during gym. Everything Billy did was careful not to be direct hits, but enough to cause Henry to come home in bruises or scrapes. During one instance, Billy knocked down Henry's lunch tray and got the whole cafeteria to laugh at Henry. Billy had even filmed it and posted it on social media. Billy printed out "kick me" signs and taped them to Henry's back. It got bad enough Henry started to miss school, not wanting to deal with Billy or the classmates who didn't help. Henry stopped smiling. We tried talking to the school. The principal assured us he would handle it, but Billy was slick. He'd charm the teachers, the staff, and make them think Henry was just overreacting or sensitive. Billy started to get more confident and dangerous. On Friday, Henry was at home preparing for the big regional coding tournament, something he'd been excited about for months. Around 9 p.m., I got a text from Henry. "Mom, someone's at the window." Henry's text made me rush home. Billy was gone by the time I got there. A neighbor told me he'd seen Billy taking pictures of the sides of the house. That night, Henry didn't sleep, afraid that Billy had somehow followed him home. The next week, Billy hacked into Henry's student account and messed around with assignments, making it look like Henry had plagiarized his final. The school nearly suspended Henry. Henry instead tracked logins, changed passwords, and setting traps in his own systems to monitor Billy. The next week, Billy sent Henry direct threats like, "You won't hide from me. I'll find you." It finally happened on a Sunday. Henry was home alone. I was out visiting a friend, my husband at work. Billy started to punch in the security code I thought we'd changed. He walked into our house thinking he'd gotten Henry cornered, that Henry was vulnerable, but Henry had prepared. He'd figured out that Billy would hack in and show up. Motion sensors that Henry set up triggered a spotlight temporarily blinding Billy. A rigged chair moved forward, knocking into Billy, causing Billy to not only sit down into it, but knocking into a bookshelf where Henry had balanced a heavy computer monitor that fell on Billy's head. Billy fell to the floor in a heap. Henry called 911 and the ambulance came, as did the police. Turns out Billy had been harassing the police chief's daughter as well because she turned him down. Billy ended up suffering a concussion and amnesia. Billy totally ended up forgetting everything he'd ever done. And Henry had survived Billy.